Hello friends, welcome back to Pathologic 3. We're going to restart day 6. I think this will be a slightly longer episode. We have one more objective to finish. Oh, and I lost all my health potions. So apparently if you put your health potions on the quick bar, you're going to lose it the next day. Anyway, maybe we're going to find some. So we need to go to the hospital first. We need to talk to this NPC. Dr. Dankovsky, oh, I'm so lucky you're here. My housemate has gone off his rocker. He moves furniture at night, close at the walls. Can you sort him out? What do you mean close at walls? My housemate was ill with the plague. Then he recovered and started moving furniture like crazy and clawing all at the walls. What do you mean he recovered? Are we talking about the same plague, the sand plague? Sure thing, doctor, the one and only. Jakob fell ill with it 3 days ago. I'll go to the dark wood, he says, and the wood will cure me. So he goes and comes back in the morning, healthy and jolly as a moose. But something's going on with him at night. Can you give me any more details? I didn't think my mate would pull through. I thought he went to the steppe to die, but lo and behold, he returned. It's not him anymore, though. It's like some creature wearing his skin, pretending to be Jakub. Give me your hand, I'll check your pulse and body temperature. I'm right as rain. It's Jakub who behaves like he's been smoking weed. He moves furniture at night, he barricaded the door as if he expects someone to come for him. He sees beasts in the shadows, and he makes those weird sounds. Please visit us after dark and take a look at him. But at least listen to him. I'm begging you, doctor. Alright, I'll pay a visit to this Jakub. Alright, so now... Oh, he's right here.
You invented this yourself.
I want to see if I can buy more health potions. Because I have stuff to trade. Oh, just one, apparently. I would love to find some more loot. I think there's something here. Yep. Nice. Oh, and here. Not exactly what I need, but maybe there's something in here. Oh, nice. We don't have strychnine anymore. That's not good. Fine. Need to skip time until 7 o'clock. Because we need to visit Jakob's neighbor's house during the night. That's after 7 o'clock p.m.
Forgot that there's so much of the world.
All right. This is going to be rough. Yep, I knew this would happen. Oh God. Alright. Well, that's not good. Need to go this way. And this way. Alright. Now I just need to loot something. Yeah, okay. There's nothing here to loot. Right, I think. Well. I'm Dr. Dankovsky. Your neighbor informed me that you recovered from the plague, visited some forest, a black one, I believe, then recovered. Is that true? Please, enough, leave me. Go away, go away. No, wait, tell me, do you have nails? Do you have nails? Strange question, what do nails have to do with anything? Show me your nails, at least one nail. And how am I supposed to do that? Cut off your finger and slide it under the door. No, I must see a nail. That's how I'll know I can trust you. Are you not alone in there, or your voices just change? What's going on? Here is my finger, son of my trust. Now it's your turn. Alright, let's not mutilate ourselves. Calm down, breathe deeply. I'll go get someone to help. Alright. Oh. For the 47th time, go away. Leave me alone, damn you.
I pity you, human. You're so good, but there's so little of you left.
Tell him to come out. Tell him to open the door. Clara, what are you doing here? I guess you always show up when another life is falling apart. Oh, you're here, Doctor. Getting in my way once again? That man behind the door is not human. He is mine, you understand? Go away. What are you both talking about? I live in this house alone. It's just me and no one else. I had a housemate, but he died of plague 3 days ago. It was you who asked me to take a look at him. You found me in the hospital and told me that Jacob recovered. You are driving me crazy. I never asked for no such favors. I did not go nowhere, and I have no idea who you are, mate. Get out of my house. You really do not remember asking me for help? Go away, doctor. Leave before it's too late. Everything in here is fake. Do you crave more illusions? Go see Shabnak. She misses you, poor girl. Right now, you're getting in my way. I'll manage on my own. Manage what? What's going on here? Man went to the Black Wood, man came back. This is bad. That wood is the root of another world. I alone can heal, but the Black Wood claims man and gobbles up their souls together with the plague, pulls them inside its maw. We must uproot it. This is why I came. I am a changeling. I can deal with shoots of a different world. You cannot. There's nothing here for you to do, Doctor. Excellent. Deal with those raving lunatics yourself. He gives me the creeps. Alright, that means I have to go.
More thoughts. More thoughts. Damn them.
Alright. We are done with this.
too high strung.
All right. We did it. Now there's one more thing that I have to do before advancing to day 7. Alright, and that's going to day 5. And I need to alter this quest because I did not confiscate the morphine from Saburova. I let her husband do that, and you can't do that if you want a positive outcome in D7. So I'm just going to alter this event and do it again, and this time confiscate the morphine she's stolen from the hospital. All right. Thank you. We're going to the hospital now. This shouldn't take too long.
I'd rather not hear this.
Oh, we have enough amalgam now. Okay. That's weird. All right. That's going to be interesting.
Доктор, только не убивай.
At least it's not infected. All right. Morphine disappeared from the hospital. Who's doing is this if not the changelings? Where is she? Where is Little? That's weird. We can actually break this.
Camera obscura. Camera lumina.
Okay, that's really weird. Oh, the changeling is here.
The left hand doesn't know what the right's up to, and the right doesn't know the left's secrets.
Someone stole morphine from the hospital stock. Help me find the thief. Get lost, will you? And if I say I suspect you, I didn't take your morphine. Why would I need it? Good question. You tell me, why do you need it? Will you stop bothering me, Dr. Man? Leave me alone. I'm not in the mood for this. Look, I don't want to make a scene. Let's settle this the civilized way. Return the morphine and I'll turn a blind eye to it. Just this once. So stifling in here, stifling and stomach turning. I'm off to the pub. Curious, since when do they allow children in the pub? You're so boring. Hello, can you even hear me? It's like I'm talking to a wall.
It was quiet in Thanatica.
Alright.
I would like to know Maria better, for we will soon become rivals. The children no longer remember me.
It seems your talk with Clara didn't go very well. What are you doing at the hospital? Are you trying to get infected? I come here sometimes. I can't really say why. I feel as though I'm responsible for these people, even though I can't help them. So you know Clara then? Are you acquainted? Nobody knows Clara. She doesn't even know herself. She appeared in town 5 days ago. Where she came from, who she is, it's all a mystery. I believe she's a living mirror. She's different for every person. What do you mean by that? Clara's voice depends on the mood, or rather the state of mind. But not her state, the state of who she's with. She loves talking to the Stamatins because they're different. One's always melancholic, apathetic, the other's always on edge, almost psychotic. They can hear her different voices. She likes that. She was headed to the pub just now, must have gone to see them. I think I'll drop in too. Alright. We need to go to the factory. That means I have to go this way. Yep.
Стой, стой, стой. Мало мы вас вешали. Ебать, брат. Не убивай.
Misophonia Dankovsky.
Alright. Let's go. Oh. Alright. There you go.
Who are you?
What, you don't like it? Not even going to say anything, huh? Fine, whatever. I might as well talk to a brick wall.
I detest trickery.
Yes, I'll keep hovering around you like that.
People lie all the time. They're frightened of sincerity. It's like going outside naked.
We have a missing morphine problem and I need to find the man who stole it, or the woman. All this uproar over a couple of stupid morphine vials. I took them, okay? It was me. So it was you after all. Why didn't you own up to right away? I wasn't myself and now it doesn't matter anymore. You have to return the morphine. The patients need it. I don't have it anymore. What did you think? I taken it for myself? I took it for Mama. And I gave it to her. Saburova then, she asked you to steal it and you agreed, just like that? What if she asked you to kill someone? You try living with her a while. When she starts whining and pleading, it's easier to just get her what she wants than to explain why she can't have it. Easier to fetch her morphine than listen to her moan about her pain and suffering. Don't you have the gift of healing? Cure her with a laying on of hands, and that's that. Problem solved. Or does laying on hands not quite do the trick? What gives? She's weak, she doesn't believe in me. When she feels good, she does, but as soon as she's in pain, she starts whining for her morphine. I had to steal it, just so I wouldn't have to listen to her moaning. Where is she now? Home at the rod. Just a bit ago I could hear her moaning from all the way over here. She's quiet now. The morphine must have helped. I'm going to have to suspend you from the hospital. Theft is unacceptable. Alright. We need to go up. Alright, where do we need to go? Here are the tanners. Alright, there's an exit here. Alright. Okay, she's inside here. Okay, that's weird. Oh, that's the exit.
It's been a long while since I slept all night.
Well, are you done digging through other people's belongings? What's this, Katerina? How did you get a hold of morphine? Astounding, you barged into my house, rummaged through my things, and now you have the audacity to ask me about morphine. Have you no shame, Bachelor Dankovsky? Stop dodging my question. I recognize these vials. They're the ones handed out to the hospital every morning. What were they doing among your stuff? You planted these vials there. Just now. I'll call the guards. Quit playing dumb. Here are the vials. I've just found them before your very eyes. Scared to explain yourself? What do you know of pain, Dankovsky? Answer me. What do you know of pain? Pain is a language. It is the body's way of speaking, of telling us that something is wrong. What, Lord, clearly you have never experienced true pain. Oh, pray tell, I see your experience is extensive. Imagine your veins were filled with broken glass, and every heartbeat pushed the shards further in, cutting you from the inside. That is pain. And when the shards reach your heart valves and pierce them, The pain grows even stronger. Fascinating. Did you come up with this one yourself or have you read it somewhere? I live with it every day. So what, do you really think your pain excuses stealing from the hospital? That wasn't me, I didn't do it. I know, you used Clara, that doesn't make it better. Quite the contrary, in fact. No, it's not that. I did not want to steal, but he left me no choice. He made me. Said Clara had access, that she was allowed in the hospital. Said that she wouldn't refuse me. Who is he, your husband? No, I can't tell you. I did have a man in the warehouses who got morphine for me, but a couple of days ago he stopped doing it. I don't know why. I felt awful, sick, in great pain. Do you know how that feels when you're in pain and have no one to talk to? So I summoned him. Oh, get on with it. Who did you summon? The Red Prophet. May I ask how he can be summoned? You don't believe me. I knew you wouldn't, but I'm not out of my mind. He exists, and that's as real as I'm standing here before you. He can be met at the stairway to heaven under certain conditions. And what would those conditions be exactly? He only comes at night when the southern wind blows. I'm surprised it doesn't have to be under a full moon. He has a keen sense of smell. When the northern wind blows, the town carries a different scent. There's a chill in the air. He doesn't like it, so he takes his leave for a time. Funny, Artemik Burak has a keen sense of smell too, always talking about some scent or another. Maybe Burak is your so-called Red Prophet. No, believe me, the Prophet is hard to confuse with anyone. You'll understand it when you see him. It's not easy, but if you know the rules. I asked why sometimes he doesn't answer the summons. He said it's because of the wind. The wind is blowing from the south today. I'm sure he's in town, but tomorrow the winds will change and he'll leave. If you want to meet him, you should hurry. Tonight is your last chance. After that, you'll have to wait a few weeks. Very well, let's say I believe you and there's some kind of prophet who only appears in town when the southern wind blows. How do I find him? He comes after dark to the stairway to heaven in the backbone. There's a small altar at the top with a skull on it. You need to stand before it and ring this bell. Here, take it. If you do everything right, he'll appear. And then he'll explain to me why he's incited you to steal morphine from the hospital, right? I have told you all I know. You can mock me all you want. You can tell on me to my husband. You can lock me up in your isolation ward. I do not care. All I ask you for is mercy. Don't take these vials away. I swear I will not steal from the hospital ever again, but I need these vials. Don't you understand? Absolutely not. There's an outbreak in town. Every vial is accounted for. If I give you morphine, one of my patients will have to go without. What are you suggesting? Have you no shame? I'd never have you no heart at all. Shame has nothing to do with it. I'm just explaining the situation. The morphine is few and the patients many. What exactly do you not understand? Very well then, I'm going to suffer. I hope you're happy now. I'm ready. I'm not afraid. I'll bear my pain. All right. Yeah, I did finish this. I do have this. Withdrawal symptom. All right, maybe that will help. The fact that I got the morphine. Alright. I think I'm ready to leave. I no longer have judges. That's weird.
Boiling, cracking, screeching,
Alright.
living.
Okay. Alright. We can now move on to day 7, I believe. Yeah, my prototype is empty, apparently. Alright. I think we are ready for day 7. Oh, Iraida. It's all very monotonous, isn't it? Boring. You move on to a new day and the inspector drums more accusations on you. Tick-tock, it's always tock after tick, no variation. Like a hand on a clock, the length of each step known in advance. Who are you? So you choose not to recognize me. Insensible citizens often do that, though I really thought you had a different temperament. My temperament has nothing to do with it. I have prosopagnosia. I'm bad at remembering faces. Your inspector has a dreadful mess in his papers, doesn't he? Constantly forgetting what happened on which day, accusing you of things that never happened in the first place. It's painful to watch. Are you watching from outside the window or through a crack in the door? He'll come back from his smoke break soon and start questioning you about the Inquisition, and the mess will get even bigger. How do you know? My point is, your prosecutor's work lacks finesse. He's burying you under false leads, so you'll drown in them and agree to any old nonsense. By correcting him, you're only sinking deeper. Try just nodding along whenever he says something stupid. He'll talk himself into a dead end, and that will be it. Wait a minute, the inspector doesn't really know what events unfolded on the 7th day concerning the Inquisitor, and it seems like you don't have to tell him. You don't want me to tell him the truth. I'm just offering you some advice. So do you plan to spend the rest of your life cooped up in here, walking in circles? Considering the Inquisitor's first order concerning me, the whole situation smells a bit fishy. You don't want it to come to light, do you? Do you know your personal file says you have paranoia? Not paranoid episodes or ideation, just paranoia. In other words, I'm right, you're scheming against the Inspector. If you're going to talk about the Inquisitor, focus on the grand scene of the town elite's trials, on the well-deserved executions on the gallows, on the intellectual debates, in short, on the decisions, without any extraneous details. I know what happened after. Those extraneous details are the most important part. Alright. Loot. Alright, I can't loot this. Alright. Nice. Alright. Now that's weird. Apparently the town dies these days, so I need to do something. Alright, I need to take a sample from the bowl. Let's talk to Eva. Count from your
Water's dribbling
buttons.
somewhere.
What?
Can you hear?
Your buttons. There might be some missing from your coat. The children came by early this morning asking for something of yours. They had a preference for buttons. What for? They're making dolls. You, Burak and Clara. The children already stole something from Burak and Clara gave them a couple of fishing hooks she wears. And now they come for your buttons to make eyes for your doll. Why the three of us? Have they run out of townsfolk, so now they're making dolls out of new arrivals? Are you surprised? Come on, we have 3 of everything here. Remember, 3 ruling families, 3 parts of town, and 3 answers to the main question. Even the children know that. What question? If I say what's the meaning of life, you'll just roll your eyes, so I'll put it differently. The main question is what comes next, and will there be a next? Because you were asked by the children in their game, at the very least. We're not enemies. If one of them somehow defeats the plague, I'll only applaud. You ready to accept someone else's answer? You don't strike me as the type. While one little envoy begged me for your buttons, the other children were arguing about how to play properly. They decided the dolls should help each other at first, and then argue at the end. Everyone should help each other more, not just dolls. I just wanted to tell you. I thought it was funny. I didn't give them the buttons, for they already have some anyway from the very first day. Where they ransacked your luggage. Soon enough, they'll figure it out and take the doll size from there. It's flattering. I used to play at being heroes from my books when I was a child. Okay, we got 50 amalgam. Now let's analyze. Externally, the bull hasn't changed, but the sand plague is beginning to multiply in his blood. Observation must continue. All right. Thank you. All right. I'm going to leave this here because I need space in my inventory and my prototype is already charged. So, wait, citizen, we're looking for Daniil Dankovsky. We're told he was staying in the Stillwater. I'm right here, you don't have to scream. The Inquisitor has arrived in the town. You must be taken to him, his personal orders. Why the hurry? Has something happened? Are you blind or what? Plagues in town, riots, anarchy. The Inquisitor comes specifically to sort out your mess. Come on, move it. We've got orders. Alright, an order's an order. Let's go. These are local men. The Inquisitor came alone. Oh, god damn it. Right. That was weird. So they killed me.
And last year's demographic survey, Gorkon. Where is it even?
Wait, hold on. It seems you've gotten a bit carried away, esteemed bachelor. According to your account, you were executed at the dawn of the 7th day. Am I speaking to a stand-in then? So you're listening after all. I was just about ready to move on to my flight to the constellation of the Crown King. A woman came here. She said you must not know that... No. I'm listening and listening carefully. So did the Inquisitor's men put you up against the wall or not? This bit is crucial. It wasn't a wall, it was an advertising pillar. You're still not listening. I wouldn't be so flippant, dear bachelor. If the Inquisition is involved in this case, this may be your chance to prove you are merely a pawn in someone's far more experienced hands. It's in your own best interest to lay out this part in as much detail as possible. I'm not a pawn. The Inquisitor's agents did come to me, they did threaten me, but by fate's will I met another Inquisitor in the capital half a year ago, who, ironically, we met at a chess tournament. Oh. Serafima, my assistant. She came to Tanatica on her own when we weren't yet published. She was also the first person to forbid me from submitting an article, ordering me to revise it. Serafima believes in Tanatica, not in the person of Bachelor Dankovsky. That's why she's so dear to me.
I'll follow you through hell, but
I
not
still
high
think
water.
this is
If it
outrageous.
gets to high water, that's
What
on
is?
you.
Letting Inquisitors behind the pulpit, using the Institute for propaganda instead of science. How could you let this happen? This decision was made without me. I've heard the lecture this Lilich gave. 5 minutes in and I knew all about her already. She hasn't come here to teach, she's come to recruit. Recruit future medics to be inquisitors? That's a curious practice. Have they run out of people of their own? She's not looking for employees, she needs informers. People are consumables for the Inquisition. They call themselves the law, but a bunch of common hangmen is all they are. Indeed, hangmen is all they are. Stay away from them. That won't be difficult. My lectures and those of Platon were cancelled this week. And you are going to tell me about that when? Why am I always left in the dark? The dean didn't explain this cancellation. He said it was just schedule changes. Convenient that any changes always have to do with Tanatica alone, isn't it? Is there anyone in the laboratory right now? Platon, as usual. I suppose even if the lab is closed, Platon will linger at the place as a ghost for a couple more years. No one will close us, I promise you that. Alright. Alright. Platon, my assistant, very intelligent, full of political insinuations and witticism. Sometimes I'd stay up late with him over research and an uncorked bottle. He made so many ironic remarks about his unhappy personal life that eventually I realized it was a source of great agony for him. Associate Anne, this is our chance, I tell you, carpe diem. If we want to save the lab, we have to seize the day.
We're running terribly low on mice, and the mice themselves are a little feeble, lacking in enthusiasm.
I'd like to ask the esteemed bachelor first, what do you think of this lady woman? I think she's a very dangerous woman. It's better to stay away from her. I've been to the lecture. Lily spoke of the Inquisition's function, of the hierarchies, of how the law works, and you know what? I believe this is a sign. Tanatica needs protection right now, like never before, and who would protect us better than the Inquisition and the law? I'm not sure. During the lecture, I had an impression that Lilich was addressing me personally, hinting that she could help. If we are to collaborate with the Inquisition, no one would touch us. That is the law. This is a horrible idea. Everyone who's ever collaborated with the Inquisition have come to a bad end. Yes, indeed, I agree with the Bachelor. If we sell our loyalty to Lilich, other Inquisitors won't be able to get us. They have an inner code of conduct. They leave people from each other's team alone. Do you really believe that? I envy your naivete. You should have come to the lecture. Lilich has illustrated the mechanisms of the law by examples. She's mentioned the Academy too. The Academy answers to the Inquisition. That's the chain of command. If we can negotiate a patronage with Lilich, Tanatica will be left alone. What do you think, Bachelor? I don't like the idea. The risk is too great. Dankovsky, in our case, idleness means death. We have to choose between the laboratory's death and the potential risk of our own deaths. How did we end up in this position? You know what? Daniil Dankovsky, the man who founded this lab once, was the bravest man I've ever known. What's become of him now? Aren't you ready to do anything for your brainchild, for your science? I'll go talk to Lilich. Let's see what she has to say. Alright. Oh. I think she's...
So the Onirotechs have failed in their task.
Daniil Dankovsky, very pleased to meet you. It's not just courtesy, I'm speaking from my heart. I have already had the honor of meeting you, but I doubt you remember. How did it happen? I attended your lecture 3 years ago at La Marcas. I even took your autograph, the girl in a long shirt. Do you remember? I asked you about the glassy tip lips too. And you? Did you attend my presentation? I didn't see you in the hall. I was late, but my students summarized your key points for me. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think your presentation was for a student audience and I'm a lecturer. Either way, I'm glad we met. I must admit your lecture made a powerful impression on me. When I got an opportunity to speak at the Institute, I immediately thought of you and wanted to see you. See me to what end? Your research sparked an extraordinary interest, and I don't just mean my interest. You'd be surprised to learn how often I hear my colleagues say your name. As far back as 3 years ago, you already went further in your struggle against that than any man alive. Inquisitors know my name. Should I be worried? Only if you've been violating the law. The law is not my biggest concern right now. My laboratory is on the verge of closing. I should have guessed the academy is a bag of snakes. Those sage old men have been a fixture of the place for years. However, the Inquisition has its tools with which to rein in the sage old man. Remember the Neustadt scandal? He was left alone in the end. He's become an inquisitor servant, and the academy no longer has power over him. I've heard about Neustadt, the Pyrrhic victory. Two of his colleagues from the laboratory were later executed. That's a lie. Neustadt's colleagues met a fate. They met for entirely different reasons. Your research is of the utmost importance, Dankovsky, and if the Academy disagrees, so much the worse for them. You need protection. You're going to protect me from the Academy, but who's to protect me against you? Well done, Bachelor. Play this chess game as you see fit, but you'd be surprised how the situation changes as soon as a servant of the Inquisition speaks the name of their patron and adds Judica Causam Tuam. Pawn to queen in one. How do you like that? I will consider your offer. What? Oh, we are restarting the day. That's weird. Oh, actually we have everything here. Okay. I'm listening. Alright, what did you just say? I said I hope you don't end up wasting the precious time of Aglaya Lilich's servant. You know Aglaya Lilich? Oh, so when they hear about the Inquisitor, they will no longer shoot me. I don't just know her, I serve her. What? Have I disrupted your plan somehow? You are going to take me to Karminsky? So go on, take me. Oh, cutscene. this guy. This is another Inquisitor, Mark Karminsky. The Inquisition is an organization of special intellectual emissaries whom the powers that be send to solve unsolvable problems. Each has their own way of going about it. Few know the Inquisitors by name, giving them sobriquets instead. Karminsky is the hanging judge.
I've heard there's another Inquisitor on the loose in this town. Huh. Intriguing.
Daniil Dankovsky. I was curious to meet you. I hope my men weren't in much trouble. I ordered them to be polite, but sometimes they're getting overzealous. Well, at least they didn't execute me on the spot. Your sense of humor doesn't fail you, even in the middle of an epidemic. I'm glad to see that, especially given the circumstances. I've recently heard some terrible news while leaving the capital. My condolences. What news are you talking about? Of course. This place has no line to the capital, so you don't know. Hearings are being held as we speak concerning the shutdown of Catanetica. I can imagine how tough you're having it. They're taking the wrecking ball to your brainchild while you're here. I am here. I can see what's in your mind, and I'd advise against it. I've been made aware of someone in this town who's said to help people escape the quarantine. One Grigory Filin, I think. Some name that sounded like a verb. My men are already on the lookout for him. You sound like you're baiting me. Brought up escaping, named a man to turn to. Perhaps I'm testing to see how sensible you are, or perhaps it's the other way around. And I'm trying to keep you from making a horrible mistake. I know human nature. People are wont to do awfully stupid things, such as rushing over to the capital to attend a hearing, hoping against hope to save their science, even knowing there is no chance anymore. I need you here. If you knew human nature, you wouldn't have told me about Catanetica, yet you chose to tell me. What's in it for you? The best way to make a good first impression is to be frank. I've been frank with you, and I'm asking the same of you. You want frankness? Here goes. You're wasting my time. If you want to help, give me more resources and people. I understand, but first you will have to help me. I will now appoint you an Inquisitor. What? Not for long, just for an hour. The local authorities did something much less humane when they chose to hand you the power over the town for the whole duration of the epidemic. I've seen the reports. You've been doing well so far. You've seen everything, participated in everything. Who better than you to judge the cases of other people in the case? I don't think I have much choice. What? Did you think the Inquisition visits places like this town for a morning stroll? Being an Inquisitor means you have to judge. It's your duty. The accused are already here. They must be heard out and indicted. I'll be your assistant, advising you on the details, and since their fates are hanging by a thread, let's not make them wait. What? What will happen to the accused? Can they be acquitted? Or if they can't, what kind of punishment awaits them? The accused will get what they deserve. Do you consider the Inquisition's trial to be unfair? No, the Inquisitor is in the same space of uncertainty as the accused. The difference is that he can control it. Are you ready to try your hand at this art? I am. All right. 4 cases. What? There are more people here. All right.
And thus, detaching himself from the profane world filled with errors and delusions from its vanity, he became the foundation for the roof of the world.
One Artemi Burak, nicknamed the Reaper. The accused is charged with breaking into the abattoir and the termitary, both under quarantine, extracting organs from living people, abducting children.
Go, Amshan. I need time to collect my tools.
You forgot to mention that I also killed my own father. Who are you trying to impress with your sarcasm? The allegations of patricide are foolish and unfounded. The court understands that. But thank you for reminding us. Your father's death and the false accusations make for a compelling reason to grow bitter and seek revenge on your hometown. What say you, Inquisitor? I don't find it plausible that he sought revenge on anyone, least of all an entire town. Thanks for not turning me into a boogeyman. You'd be the only one. His motives might be up for debate, but his actions are tangible. So let us examine each charge separately. First, visiting the abattoir, possibly the dormitory, a gross violation of the established quarantine. Does the accused plead guilty? I'd be dumb to deny it. I was at the abattoir, didn't really make it into the dormitory. They kept me out, but I tried. How else were I supposed to study the plague? Burak is right. It's useful for a physician to see the real routes of infection with their own eyes. But is the accused a physician? An unfinished education? Some rumors of surgical experience during the war? In a war zone, any biography can be fabricated. Who would verify it? Your verdict on the first charge, Inquisitor, is he guilty or not? Not guilty, obviously. However, the accused doesn't even deny visiting the abattoir or attempting to enter the dormitory. Acquittal is impossible without compelling arguments. Wait, the abattoir? Burak went there at my request. He was looking for a patient for my research. I am willing to take responsibility. Is that so? Curious, delegating your dirty work, are you? However, the benefit of your research is evident. The court acknowledges the argument and dismisses the first charge. Let's move on to the second one. Organ harvesting from the living. In other words, aggravated murders committed with extreme cruelty. Your evidence is based on rumors. The possibility of extracting an organ from a terminally ill patient was considered, but in the end, that woman died of the plague at the hospital. Is that so? Very well. So, because we managed to save the herb bride before Artemi, Burak could kill her, led to this outcome. Otherwise, he would have been charged and probably killed by the Inquisition. Is that so? Very well. We'll make an inquiry with the hospital, but consider it a formality. Your authority is sufficient to dismiss the second charge. The third matter on the agenda. According to the evidence collected by the Inquisition, the accused ingratiated himself with children and led them away to an unknown location. We have reason to be concerned about their lives and well-being. Those children can't be kidnapped. They are orphans and no one wants them, especially now when everyone is busy saving their own skin. I care for them, just as my father did before me. Then present them to the court. The townspeople are worried that the children may have been used for organs as well. I refuse. But why? I swore to protect them, and so far the Inquisition seems worse than most of the threats they faced before. I have some input on this. I saw them with my own eyes yesterday. Half the town's children are putting themselves in greater danger than the orphans in Burak's care. You're willing to use your own name to refute the rumors. How noble. The court accepts your argument, but remember that ordinary people are enraged by even a hint of crimes against children. The accused is acquitted of the third charge. So what now? The Inquisition acquits Artemi Burak of all charges. To the court's astonishment, he is free to go. But I want you to keep something in mind, Dankovsky. Those charges didn't appear out of thin air. The town sees Burak as a maniac. If he does something controversial again, everyone will remember who declared the offender not guilty last time. I prefer not to get so far ahead of myself. Today, Burak is guilty of nothing. Thank you. Oinon, I won't forget this. No need for thanks, I just perform my duty. Alright. Artemi Burak is acquitted on all counts. I saved him. Next.
I've been to the Inside Out house.
Peter
A
Stamatin.
curious installation.
This is the genie that we tracked down on day 3, I believe. The accused Peter Stamatin, designer of the Polyhedron, accused of assault on reality by way of impossible artifact creation, which puts the population at risk through its sheer impossibility. What is an assault on reality? Is it defined by law?
That's it.
Since this
I
is a
can't take it
trial,
anymore.
I propose we narrow down who assaulted whom. Did I take a gulp of reality or did it swallow me? I'd say it goes both ways. Look at him, Dankovsky couldn't even come sober to his own trial. I didn't know about the trial. They snatched me right out of bed this morning. At least they gave me time to dress, or I'd be standing before you in my small clothes. Enough small talk. Let us return to the matter at hand. I give you the floor, Inquisitor. I believe Peter should present the blueprints for the Polyhedron to the Inquisition. Then we'll be able to determine how dangerous the structure is. Huh, funny. Your life is on the line, Stamatin. What exactly do you find funny? There are no blueprints. I burned them 4 days ago. Nothing but ashes by now. Where were they? Where were you keeping them, Peter? Who cares? They're not there anymore. So what do you expect us to do? Now, can you at least explain in your own words how the Polyhedron stays upright? How does it work? If you need that explained, there's no point in even trying to make you understand. You wanted to accuse me, so you did. You want me in prison? Prison it is. The nose? Even better. Can we get this over with? You're giving me a headache. What if I bring you the blueprints? Do you think he's lying about burning them? You're making me laugh myself to tears. I have an idea what they might be. I don't think you quite understand what it means to be an Inquisitor, Dankovsky. Your job is to lay down sentences, not sniff out evidence. I doubt you'll pass up the opportunity to see the blueprints for a masterpiece like this one. I'll find them, and in exchange you give Peter a chance. Alright, so in order to save him, we need to find the blueprints. The blueprints. I don't think I have the blueprints right here. Nope, but I can get them easily.
Things fall apart. The center cannot hold.
Rudolf Gimsky and his son, Brother Gimsky, monopolies cattle magnates. The Inquisition has reasons to suspect that the epidemic has started in the so-called dormitory, a dormitory for factory workers they own.
Might.
This is ludicrous. That's why I closed the dormitory in the first place. I quarantined it. You see, I've saved the town and now I'm to blame. According to our information, locking the dormitory has led to everyone inside dying en masse. What do you say, Inquisitor? The accused claims he did that to save the town. Does this look like salvation to you? Technically, isolating the infected is indeed an important part of fighting an epidemic. This is it. Tell him, Bachelor. Tell them all. It was the town we were caring about. The people didn't let doctors in because they'd go in and never come out. They'd be torn apart there. You've created an immense petri dish, which the plague used to grow in strength before bursting out into the town.
Every little makes a mickle.
It was my fault. Silence, you fool. Don't listen to him. He's nervous, young, talking nonsense. It was no one's fault. Why not, though? Let's give the floor to everyone. If your son has something to tell us... Nothing to say here. Nothing. We did the right thing. I did the right thing when I locked the dormitory. Father! Silence, I said. Shut your mouth. You'll talk yourself into a noose. What do you think, Inquisitor? Not guilty. There was no other solution in the first days. A mass isolation of the infected in the dormitory has given the town some time. Please let my father go. He didn't do anything. Hush you. I'll talk with you yet. Out of your mind, you. We need to hear what the younger Orgimsky has to say. No, I forbid this. You chose your family to take the fall. I did what was necessary. I demand respect. What happens now? You, the both of you, definitely have something to do with the spread of the epidemic, but it's not over yet, which means the Inquisition cannot yet properly assess the damage done, or the gain, as the father keeps insisting. But I've already given my verdict. You take to your role quickly, aside for sore eyes. Your verdict will be taken into account in the future. Right now, though, the Orgimskis are dismissed. And this is what you call a trial. Inquisition, my foot, ludicrous. Father, not here. I told you, keep your mouth shut. Please sort out your differences, gentlemen. All right. Okay.
Why would you want celestial spheres?
Alexander
I
Saburov,
suggest
the
a
town's
celestial
governor,
tesseract.
accused of actually the executive branch always bears the heaviest burden of guilt, unpreparedness for the emergency, suboptimal decision. Saburov, the town mandated to you is a mess.
Well, it was a productive night.
I request that the court takes it into account that our town is different from others, which means maintaining order in it requires a special approach. Special? The court will take note of this word, Saburov. Inquisitor, what is your opinion on the performance of the executive powers? The governor has handed his power over to me for the duration of the epidemic. He also assisted the emergency command in every way possible. The first outbreak has shown that the most effective measures in an epidemic are those taken by a doctor. I am grateful to Daniil Dankovsky for shouldering this burden, taking over the emergency command. The epidemic emergency command. Yes, tell me, Saburov, you do understand how this might look, right? You found someone who would make all the inevitable mistakes instead of you. First, the incompetent Orgimsky Jr., then Dankovsky, who doesn't know the town. Ha! Governor Saburov understands his own limitations. I can see no crime in this. Your point of view is clear, Inquisitor. Now, let's consider the additional circumstance. Do you know this young lady, Saburov?
Words are neither priceless nor worthless.
How are you, Father?
They're only their purpose.
I can't believe you brought Clara here. What does she have to do with the trial? This young lady is regularly spotted walking around the infected districts. Some of the townspeople believe she spreads the plague. Others say she heals without medicine, literally just by laying on hands. And the number of these people is constantly swelling. The girl fancies she can help the town. Naivety is not a crime. I've helped you, Dr. Man. I've told you what to do with the one following you. Remember that at least, because, ingratitude can corrode like acid. So you admit that you know the Inquisitor? Perfect. Do you have anything to add, Inquisitor? She helped me in the hospital. I have no complaints about her. Thank you, Dr. Man. I was doing this for you too, for everyone. Let's take a closer look. The young lady visits the infected districts with unknown purposes. She lures the townfolk into a cult of her name. These achievements are too impressive for her age. This raises the question, is there someone more experienced behind her? For example, the man who has sheltered her? What? No, of course not. You're just making things up, Karminsky. Why the naive outrage, Saburov? Have you never heard that emergencies are useful for the executive branch? The temptation of emergency powers which can, with enough cunning, be prolonged indefinitely. Here is the hypothesis. Both the cult and the spreading of the disease by the young lady play right into your hands. You're the director and the puppeteer of her deed. No, I didn't know anything. In fact, I asked her to be more careful to avoid coming close to the infected houses. Did you go there, Clara? What deeds? What directing? How can you direct what you don't know about? Wait a minute. Either you are the adoptive father, which means you are responsible for your daughter and whatever she does, or the young lady is on her own. So, what will it be? Are you responsible or not? You can't put a question like this. I repeat, I knew nothing. I object. This court has no need to hear cases of family law. It was necessary, Father. I never harmed anyone. I just helped. Do you believe me? An excellent question. So, do you agree that your daughter is entirely in the right and was acting with your approval? I believe her, but please understand, I could not control her. I don't believe the governor was behind the actions of Clara the Changeling. He's too straightforward for that. The court hears you, Inquisitor, but right now it's more important to hear Saburov. Are you ready to admit that Clara is your daughter and consequently her actions could have been prevented by you? No. Put this down on record. The governor has disowned his adopted daughter, thus clearing his name from the accusations, at least the ones concerning her. Dad? Didn't you hear it, Clara? The former governor is not your father. I think we should give the accused some privacy, Inquisitor. It's not every day that a father disowns his daughter. I have no idea why you would need this. Alexander Saburov is stripped of his governor's title. Oh my god. Okay, let me see if I can... No, I must actually talk to this guy.
A time loop. Or a timely noose.
Thank you for your cooperation with the Inquisition, Dankovsky. So, is this line of duty to your liking? No, I'd prefer not to do this again. You won't have to repeat it. You have enough on your plate as it is. It's not my place to teach you how to do your job, of course. Still, I'd like to ask, are you doing any campaigning for the populace, raising their awareness? The provincial crowd doesn't know much about the latest discoveries in the field of hygiene, and it's not their fault. Campaigning? Not a bad idea. Write it down. This ought to be a decree. There's another thing. I looked at the documentation of your emergency command. The town is short on medicine and we can't expect any new supplies during the quarantine. But the solution is obvious. Confiscate what the townspeople have stockpiled for a rainy day. You need to be bolder, Dankovsky. You hold the power. Maybe it is time. I've given you a hint, that's all. It's up to you whether you want to use it. It's just my job to stick my nose in other people's affairs. Though I admit your affairs are of less interest to me than what the kings grace with their patronage. It's curious to be in a town that has so many assaults on reality in one place. What do you mean by that, after all? What is an assault on reality? I don't have time for lengthy discussions. Let's try to be brief. There are laws and then there is the law, that which defines the shape of reality, the sum of effects it consists of, as well as the potential opportunities for its development. Are you still with me? More or less. By virtue of having free will, people sometimes make attempts to break the law. In most cases futile, but on some rare occasions they achieve a certain degree of success. At the seams, the tears in the history's fabric. That success is unstable. Reality is always trying to push that out of itself. You could say reality has an immune response. You're contradicting yourself. If the law defines reality, then how can it be broken at all? You're asking the right questions, Dankovsky. It's impossible to break the law. That's why its breaches are called impossible deeds. If they take material form, they're called impossible objects. It would be easier if you could name some examples. To avoid disclosing the secrets of the Inquisition that you are, after all, not a part of, I'll just name the most well-known cases. Ones that you might have heard about. An example of an impossible deed is the free circus performance of the Double Star Man, flight without any kind of contraptions involved. His name was Drod, and he was thrown in prison. Must have been by your agents. Don't get all worked up. And the most famous impossible object has been discovered under a flight of stairs in a residential house. An infinitesimal point that contained the whole world. The foolish owner of the house wrote some poetic saga in extremely bad taste after looking into it. I thought it was just a story, a metaphor. Your bewilderment is understandable. Even in the Inquisition, not many are capable of working with impossible objects. The mind refuses to encompass them, although I personally consider them the most interesting kind of work. What do you mean work, as in destroying them? Destroying? No. Studying them, disarming them. You should understand that impossible objects are always a menace to reality, and reality is a menace to them. This contradiction demands a solution. I hope your curiosity has been sated, at least for today. I need to get back to my job. I have a job on my own now that you've chosen not to execute me anyway. Alright, we have a couple more decrees. Alright. So now I am going to go back to my place. Alright, right here. And I'm going to try to save Peter. But for that, I will need to jump to day 2, I believe. Okay. All right. Not sure. Yeah. It showed up on the map. All right. Let's go. Alright, this is where the blueprints should be. Okay. I do have a shovel. That's weird. The Inquisitor wants to look at the Polyhedron. Peter burned them on the third day, but I know where they were buried before the burning. Where? Because they don't show up. That's kind of weird. Maybe... All right. I found this. Unfortunately, it's not marked, which is quite dumb. All right. Yep. All right. Going back to day 7 now. So for those who didn't find the blueprints, the Polyhedron blueprints,
Every creek.
they're behind a big
Like a
rock.
gunshot.
The spot to dig is behind the big rock. All right, going to day 7. And I'm going to alter this. I wonder if I can, oh yeah, it sends me here. Nice, alright.
All that is meaningful and interesting is larger than any of us, meaning no man belongs to themselves.
What is an assault on reality?
I'd sing, but where's the choir?
Alright. We already went through this. Alright, I can't give them to you. The blueprints disappeared 4 days ago. I have no idea where they are. And you expect this code to take your word for this, Tamatin? He's telling the truth. I took the blueprints. You? What a weasel you are, Dankovsky. No wonder they gave you this crooked Inquisitor's part to play. Careful, Tamatin. Insulting the Inquisition is a serious offense. Let's be honest, Peter. You are going to burn them. I saved them from you. Give me those blueprints. Let's see. Well. One glance is enough to see why the accused was trying to hide them. The Polyhedron is only designed to support a small load. How many children does it currently hold? 300? That's why it's creaking. And I'm sure when I study the plans further, an abyss of further transgressions will open at my feet. What happens to Stamatin now? You're the Inquisitor now. You decide. I say he deserves no punishment. Assault on reality is an absurd accusation. I don't need your pity, Dankovsky. Keep it to yourself. Have it your way, Inquisitor. Thank you, Karminski. Not guilty. Alright. Alright, I think we saved everyone.
Some laws are unbreakable.
Thank you
Those
for
who
your
break them will
cooperation.
inevitably be punished for crimes against the logic of
No, I
existence.
prefer not to do this again. Alright, maybe it's time. More or less, alright. Alright, acquit everyone of the trial on the 7th day. Got new achievement. Perfect. Alright. I think that was it for this episode, which was a bit longer than I wanted it to be. But I wanted to save everyone, and we managed that. Thank you everyone for watching, and see you in the next episode. Take care, bye bye.